What is going on, guys? TheWaffle here, and welcome to the channel update for January of 2021. Now let's start out by giving some shoutouts to members of the Syrup Squad, starting with the Syrup Squad Gold members for this month. So a big thank you to Smoke Cocoa Beans, The Doctor, The Real SC Storm, Panda Nelson, Dancing Target, and Mr. Parakeet. Thank you guys all very much for the extra support at the Syrup Squad Gold level. And some thank yous for our Syrup Squad Silver members for this month. Crazy Jake Michael, Alessandro Vetterazzi, Crazy Lobster, Alice Preston, Metalhead Plays, The Games Master, and The Jeffs. Thank you guys all for your support at the Syrup Squad Silver level. And our Syrup Squad Bronze members this month, Samuel Simpson, Burge the Burger, Bubblegum, Nobody, Bailey Hogan, VO Mythic, Moonshine, Lemon Tree, and Mork F. Thank you guys all very much for supporting the channel at the Syrup Squad Bronze level. And of course a big shout out to our Syrup Squad Recruit members out there too. Now some of you guys might be wondering, well, what is this Syrup Squad you're talking about? Well, the Syrup Squad is a group of people who directly support the channel and in return get exclusive perks. And if you join the Syrup Squad, you can get these perks too, including a thank you / shout out in my monthly channel update videos. Your name gets credited at the end of every video for an entire month. You get an exclusive badge next to your name and comments that gets better the longer that you're a member. You get access to custom emojis you can use in comments and in live chat. You get access to our Syrup Squad only Discord server where you can chat with me and other members of the Syrup Squad about pretty much anything. You get to ask a question and get it answered in the next month's channel update video. You get an exclusive discount off of merch. You get to watch members only videos. And of course you'll be directly supporting the channel, helping me be able to continue to make videos for you guys on a daily basis. So if you're not a member of the Syrup Squad and you want to become a member, simply go to my channel, click the join button, or if you don't see a join button, you can scroll down to the video description of this video. There's going to be a link down there you can click, and from there you can join the Syrup Squad for as low as 99 cents per month, or your country's equivalent currency. So if you guys enjoy the channel and want to help keep things running, consider becoming a member of the Syrup Squad to directly support the channel. Now that's going to be it for all the Syrup Squad shoutouts for this month. Now we can move on to the Syrup Squad Q&A and answer some questions directly from the Syrup Squad. So our first question this month comes from Shane Wolf, and they ask, "Just appreciate the escape. Thank you." Well, hey, I appreciate the message. It really does mean a lot. You know, comments like this, they really do help me to motivate me to continue doing what I do. You know, sometimes I just don't feel like making videos, and then, you know, I'll check comments, and sometimes I'll see a message just like this, and it just motivates me to, you know, continue making videos for you guys and having fun and just, like you said, provide an escape, you know, especially with everything going on this past, like, 9, 10, 12 months or something like that by now. I'm glad that I could help you with that. And our next question comes from The End of Emeralds, and they ask, "I am making a Steve's Galaxy for 1.12.2. Would you like to play it on your channel when I'm done?" Yeah, this sounds really interesting. I may check it out whenever you're done. It's just that, like, right now, I don't have any plans on, if you guys don't know, Steve's Galaxy is the name of the mod pack for my End of Earth series. So, you know, right now I don't really have any plans of doing like a second season of End of Earth or anything like that. But if you're updating the mod to, you know, a more modern version of Minecraft, even though, you know, like the most recent version is what, 1.16 or something like that. Still, 1.12, that's a lot more modern than, what was I playing on? 1.6? I think I was playing on 1.6 in that series, maybe 1.7, I forget, but yeah, at least bring it a little bit more up to date than what it currently is, then hey, definitely keep me posted on how that's going. And our next question comes from Panda24 on our Discord server, and they ask, "Did you play Dragon Age Inquisition?" And I haven't played this game before. You could actually check the playlist tab on my channel to see like all the games and series that I've done. If you're ever unsure of like if I've ever played anything, you could always go there because I've got so many playlists. It's easy to forget if I've played something or not. But yeah, I know you suggested this game for me to play on our Discord server. It definitely looks like an interesting, like an open world type game, you know, kind of right up my alley. So it's a really good suggestion. Apparently it's like 40 to like 80 hours long, depending on, you know, how much extra content you end up doing. So it'll be a little bit hard to figure out when to play it because, you know, longer games like that take longer to play on the channel. And, you know, right now I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077. That's kind of filling that spot. So I don't know, maybe after Cyberpunk, I'll consider playing something like this. Let me know in the comments down below if any of you guys out there watching are also interested in me playing Dragon Age Inquisition, or any other Dragon Age games, just so I can kind of gauge a feel from what you guys think in the comments down there. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion. And our next question comes from Games on our Discord server, and they ask, are you going to continue the Planet Zoo series? Yeah, I'm like, possibly, but I'm like, I paused the series to play other stuff. I forget, was that this past year or was that the year before? I forget. It's been a little while. Oh yeah, I think it was like this past year, like this summer or something like that. We played, I think I put it on pause to play either Rock of Ages or like Destroy All Humans or something like that, right? Like at that point, things were getting kind of repetitive, and I was kind of thinking, you know what? I'm essentially doing the same stuff, just, you know, every scenario is just the same stuff in a different park. You know, I put that series on hold so we could play something else, and there were a lot of different games coming out during the summer whenever I did put it on hold, so will I go back and play it? Maybe. Probably more likely than me going back and playing Planet Coaster, because I think I'm only a couple levels away, or a couple scenarios away from beating Planet Zoo, so you know, if I'm that close to beating the game, I might as well go back and finish those last couple scenarios just to beat the game officially, you know? But right now, I don't really have any plans to return to it, but, you know, because of how close I am to beating it, it's definitely a possibility. And our next question comes from Speed on our Discord server, and they ask, if you could only eat one type of food for the rest of your life, what would it be, and why? Man, these questions are always so tough. Well, if I can only eat one type of food, does that mean... Nah, man, I don't know if I want to get technical about it, but... You know what? I guess probably tacos. Tacos are like the perfect type of food. You know, it's portable, you can fill it with like a variety of different things. You know, meats or like beans and all that kind of stuff. You know, of course, lettuce, tomatoes, sour cream, cheese. It's crazy. It's super customizable. Oh man, I'm making myself hungry just talking about tacos right now. and of course, you get like a very nice, satisfying crunch of the crispy shell. And I assume if I choose tacos, I'm able to have, you know, both crispy shell tacos and the soft shell tacos. So that'd make it even better, you know, in case I don't feel like eating some crispy shell tacos, I can eat a soft taco, right? But I would not complain one bit if I could only eat tacos for the rest of my life. Because they're like the perfect type of food. And I could probably never get bored of them considering how customizable they are, you know? And our next question comes from the Doctor on our Discord server, and they ask, are you destined to be a solo player, or do you entertain the thought of playing with a friend or two again someday? Yeah, you know, the past few years I've really been kind of embracing just doing single player stuff, solo stuff, just on my own. I know just a couple months ago I was playing Fall Guys with Whipper, and even Ruben, so, you know, up to 2 people there at that point in time. So it's not like I'm doing, like, exclusively solo stuff, but at the same time, like, 99% of the stuff I do is just single player and solo. And I think I mentioned it in previous channel updates, it's just easier to continue doing, like, an upload schedule and uploading frequently when you don't have to rely on anyone else showing up or anything like that. And yeah, at least for the foreseeable future, I'd say I'm more of mainly a solo player. And, you know, sometimes if there's like a multiplayer game like Fall Guys was last year, where it's a lot more fun to play with friends than it is, you know, solo, then for that, yeah, I'll be more open and more willing to go out of my way to do multiplayer for that. That seems to fit my channel format best. And our last question this month comes from the Human El Momo on our Discord server, and they ask, how has the human malware affected your life and the channel? Yeah, you guys seem to like whenever I called it human malware last month. I didn't make that up, by the way. I stole that from some. I don't know who made that joke up, but it was pretty funny and I started saying it. But you guys probably know what we're talking about here with, you know, human malware. I'll probably put something on the screen to make sure, you know, nothing gets flagged by YouTube. Either way, yeah, how has human malware affected your life and channel? Well, thankfully it hasn't affected my life and channel much at all. I think the first time I mentioned it in a channel update was like, what? I think it was either March or April channel update of 2020, whenever I first brought it up, because, you know, around that time is where it started to really blow up, especially here in the United States, and people were getting concerned. They're like, hey, are you okay? How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine. And I just kind of mentioned it in that channel update saying, hey, yeah, I'm fine. Nothing's going wrong. And I'm glad to announce right now that it's still the same way now that it was back in like March or April or whatever, whenever I said that. Still absolutely doing fine, completely unaffected by it, no symptoms or anything after almost a year of it going on, you know, which that is incredibly lucky for me. And even more lucky that I do YouTube, and that means that I've been completely unaffected, unlike, you know, people who have to work in like restaurants or anything like that. It really sucks seeing them struggle and stuff. So I'm just really grateful that I've been mostly unaffected by the human malware. And outside of YouTube, nothing's really changed much besides the whole mask thing, to be quite honest. Like, I don't really live somewhere where it's like super strict with like lockdowns or anything like that, so I'm fortunate in that regard as well. But I hope that answers your question. All good news on my end. I hope you guys are doing well as well. But anyways, that's going to be it for all the Syrup Squad Q&A for this month. And it was kind of a roller coaster going through them, to be quite honest. And now we can move on to the channel updates. So our first channel update this month, you guys know last month I was talking about, oh yeah, my channel just turned 10 years old, and you know, I'm kind of thinking about making like a 10-year anniversary video. Well, unfortunately, I haven't been able to work on that like at all. Time just been flying the past like, what, 4 weeks or something like that since I made that video. And to be quite honest, the end of January really snuck up on me. And that's one factor why this video's up so late into the month, like literally as late as I can get without it being February. But yeah, I didn't get any time to work on this video, and you know, perhaps now that I've got some series finished up, I could finally work on it, and hey, better late than never, right? If I ever get any time to work on like a 10-year anniversary video, that'll be a really cool, fun video to work on and get you guys' reaction to, because I've got some ideas for it. Just need to go back and get the clips and then put it all together, and hopefully it'll be a nice little trip down memory lane. But anyways, that's it for the actual channel updates for this month. Nothing really else going on, except that I'm trying to be a little bit more active on my second channel. So hey, feel free to go to the video description and go check out my second channel. I'm going to try and upload more like random funny clips and like even meme videos. I even uploaded like a meme video like last week or something like that, and it got really well received. So hey, I'm completely fine with just treating my second channel like a do anything I want sort of channel. Just if I want to do something that isn't Let's Plays, hey, I'll upload it to my second channel. Gives me a little bit more freedom to try some new stuff out, you know? Now we can move on to the schedule update, where I go through the upload schedule, let you guys know where everything is, when it's going to be uploaded, and all that kind of jazz. And I know the past couple weeks, I've been uploading videos a little bit later. The main reason is a lot of the games that I'm playing right now, I'm really like in the end game, so there's a lot of like grinding going on, like for Terraria. A lot of grinding going on in that game. Crash 4, yeah, pretty good amount of grinding going on in that game as well. You know, going back and getting more lives, and sometimes doing some off-camera grinding in some games kind of cuts into the time of me playing and recording other games, and they end up being late as well. So hopefully that explains why some of my videos have been late the past like few weeks. But thankfully, we've ended a few series this past month, so I have a lot less stuff to worry about uploading, and hopefully I'm not going to have any more late uploads anymore, right? But anyways, like I said, we had a lot of series end this month, like ARK Genesis finally ended, and is now ARK Valguero on the upload schedule. I'll be talking about it a little bit more in depth during the series updates segment here in just a bit. And then also Crash 4 is now Slime Rancher, and once again I'm going to be talking about that in the next segment as well. And then also you guys might be noticing there's no more bonus episodes of Cyberpunk. I definitely feel like we're in the meat of the game, as I'm calling it, which is good. So I'm not going to be uploading those bonus episodes anymore throughout like the weekends and the weekdays or anything like that. We're going to go back to 2 episodes a week for Cyberpunk, just like everything else. And speaking of bonus episodes and bonus series and all that kind of stuff, you can see we have Minecraft Dungeons and Totally Accurate Battle Simulator on the weekends as bonus series. That's what the gray boxes are. If I have extra time to play, record, edit, and upload these extra videos of Minecraft Dungeons, Howling Peaks DLC, or Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, that's when they'd go up on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday at 4 p.m. And if you guys are ever confused about like time zones and stuff like that, because not everyone lives in my time zone, right? You can always go to my website, TheWaffleGalaxy.com/schedule, and you can always see what time it is for my upload schedule and kind of compare it to your own time and figure out how many hours ahead or behind you are compared to me. That way you can figure out when my videos go up in your time zone. But yeah, just wanted to make sure you guys know that that doesn't mean that I'm always going to be uploading Minecraft Dungeons or Totally Accurate Battle Simulator on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm just going to be uploading those whenever I have extra time to work on those videos, outside of everything else that I'm uploading. But anyways, that's it for the schedule segment, and that's going to be it for all the channel updates as well. So now we can move on to the series updates. So our first series update for this month is that I finally beat Bugsnax Season 2, got the bad ending as we're trying to do, and yeah, it was a pretty bad ending. It was really depressing. I don't really want to mention like any specifics here, you know, just in case there's anyone watching that hasn't watched Bugsnax Season 2 or even Season 1. They don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't want to spoil anything for any of you guys. Yeah, the bad ending was definitely a bad ending, I'll tell you that much. Really down in the dumps, depressing, even sad too. And speaking of sad, I even got comments from you guys saying, hey, why don't you do what's called like a sad ending, where you hear the reactions from the couple when, you know, one side of the couple doesn't survive. And I guess I could do that twice, where one side survives, and then, you know, do another one where the other side survives and just hear what they say, because apparently they have some unique, like, voice lines. So, you know, I guess maybe I could have like a 10-15 minute bonus episode of us doing the sad ending here and just seeing what they say when one of them survives, but the other one doesn't. So let me know in the comments down below if any of you guys are still interested in me doing that, because it's been in my notes ever since we did the bad ending for me to do that. I just never got around to doing it, unfortunately. So let me know in the comments down below if any of you guys are interested in me doing like a quote-unquote sad ending for Bugsnax, just for curiosity's sake, just like we did for Season 2. And while we're still on the topic of Bugsnax, I'm not going to be doing a third season of Bugsnax. I know I've got a lot of requests to do a third season of Bugsnax. It's just that if I did a third season, like, what would I even do? What would I do different that I didn't do in Season 1 or even Season 2? I am open to, if they release a Bugsnax 2 or like a Bugsnax DLC or anything like that, definitely open to playing those though. So if those ever get announced here in the future, hey, definitely look forward to me playing it here on the channel. But in terms of doing a third season of just regular old Bugsnax, I'm not going to be doing that, unfortunately. I think we've done pretty much everything there is to do in the game, except for that sad ending I mentioned earlier. And next up for the series updates, I finally beat Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, and it's about time we beat that game, you guys, because, man, that game had some good challenge in it. I had a lot of fun with it, and actually playing it kind of made me want to go back and finish up the Insane Trilogy that we were playing, and, you know, play Crash 2 and 3, because I only ever played the first Crash 1, on the Insane Trilogy. What was that, 1 or 2 years ago? Maybe 3? I don't think it was that long ago, but maybe. But yeah, it definitely got me in the mood to play some more Crash. I even saw that in the comments as well, seeing people saying, yeah, it's sad to see this series go. So hey, if you guys like Crash, definitely stay tuned to the channel, because I may play Crash 2 and 3 while I'm still in the mood for Crash 4. You know, it just depends on if we have like an open slot in the upload schedule and, you know, game releases kind of slow down and all that kind of jazz. I'll definitely keep Crash 2 and 3 open for consideration. And of course, since we beat Crash 4, that means we now have an open slot on our upload schedule. And like you guys probably saw earlier during the schedule segment, we're going to be playing Slime Rancher to replace Crash 4. So that's going to be really fun. Been getting a lot of requests from you guys the past couple months, ever since I started Bugsnax, to play Slime Rancher. So it just makes sense to finally play it now that we beat Bugsnax, and because now that we have an open slot on our upload schedule, it's the perfect time to play the game and really just see what it's all about. I'm very curious about it. So look forward to Slime Rancher starting this coming week. And next up, finally beat ARK Genesis, and you know, it's kind of bittersweet. I kind of talked about this during the credits of the game, and, you know, it's a unique concept, you know, with ARK Genesis having, like, these different biomes and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, missions and all that kind of stuff. It's just that the game itself, the idea, just got really repetitive quickly. Like, each biome had the same, like, 5 mission structures. You know, you're doing, like, races and, you know, a scavenger hunt, and then like fighting a bunch of creatures, and then, you know, hunting down a creature to get like a rare drop or whatever. Just doing the same thing over and over again, just in a different biome. It kind of got really repetitive very quickly. You know, the new creatures in the game, though, they were really cool. You know, the Bloodstalker, the Ferox, the what was in the ocean, the Megacalon. That was a pretty cool one when we tamed that one. That was a pretty, and every one of them had like a unique way to tame them as well. Really, really cool. And of course the Magmasaur in the volcanic biome. I never did tame the flying whale thing from the lunar biome though, so that kind of sucks. But hey, maybe we'll tame one in ARK Valguero, just because why not? But yeah, back on the topic, the missions, they're really repetitive, and you have to do a specific amount of missions before you could finally face the final boss. That was a lot of F's right there. But, you know, if there was a lot more variety with the missions, I wouldn't be complaining too much. But, you know, since it's doing literally the same, like, 5 or so different missions, just in a different biome over and over and over again, until we get to, like, what, like 50-something missions completed until we could do the final boss, it just got really tedious after a while, to be quite honest. And speaking of tedious, the actual final boss, once you actually do all the missions to face it, it wasn't really that hard. The boss was tolerable for, I'd say, like, the first 3/4 of the battle or something like that. You know, when you're going from like one island to another island to another island, it's just that the final segment where you're on the same island as the boss and you have to, you know, collect all the keys and all that kind of stuff with all the heckin' stuff spawning in all over the place. It just got really tedious during that one. It caused a giant gap in December of me just not uploading Genesis at all, because I was just too busy trying to tame more creatures to level them up and and even breeding creatures to try and get more of them until I could finally beat the final boss, and therefore ARK Genesis. That's why I had a few weeks where I wasn't even uploading any Genesis at all during the late part of December there. And yeah, if I was playing in multiplayer, it surely would have been a lot easier than that, but, you know, I play ARK in single player, so it's just a little bit harder for me to try and prepare for these boss battles when I'm doing single player, obviously, right? But at the same time, like I said, the first, like, 3/4 of the battle was fine. It was tolerable. It was even challenging at times, too. It's just that final segment, there's, like, a huge difficulty spike that happens with how many things that spawn in, and I just didn't really like it too much, the ending boss battle, to be quite honest. And with that said, I'm really hoping that ARK Genesis Part 2 that's coming out this spring, if it, you know, doesn't get delayed again, I'm really hoping that it's a lot more different than Part 1. Yeah, sure, they can have the same, like, mission, like, idea and different biomes on the same map idea. That's fine. It's just that, you know, hopefully they improve on it, build upon the idea, make it a little bit better and less tedious and repetitive. And if they did that, I'll definitely like ARK Genesis Part 2 more than I did with Part 1. And speaking of Part 2, I may not play immediately when it releases, you know, especially if it has, like, last-minute delays or anything like that I can't even prepare for. Mainly because, you know, we finally returned back to Valguero, and ARK Genesis Part 1 kinda burned me a little bit there, where it's just like, oh, I don't know if I want to start another ARK Genesis just yet. I'm really wanting to just play it safe with ARK Genesis Part 2, at least at first. I want to see how it's received amongst the community to see if, you know, is it just more of the same, or did they actually build upon the idea and made it more fun and challenging, but in a good way. And if I see that it's being well received by the community, then hey, I'll definitely consider starting it up if it sounds promising. And speaking of starting stuff up, like I just briefly mentioned and during the schedule segment, finally started up ARK Valguero to replace ARK Genesis. And you guys are loving the return of that series, and so am I. I'm slowly getting reacclimated to everything we were doing before we took our year-long break from ARK Valguero, and we're already starting to climb up that, like, ladder of different tiered creatures. It's crazy, you guys. So hope you guys are enjoying ARK Valguero as much as I am, especially compared to ARK Genesis. And last up for our series updates, which is, now that I just noticed it, is literally nothing but saying, hey, I beat this game, I beat this game. So that's what I'm talking about. We beat a lot of games this past month and freed up a lot of schedule space, which is a good thing because we had a lot of games just kind of lingering in the background that I never really finished. And the perfect example for that is Rock of Ages 3. Finally beat that one. I only had like 2 episodes left or something like that. A month ago, I finally uploaded 1 episode, and then just this past week or 2, I finally uploaded the final episode of Rock of Ages 3. So I finally beat every map, every like mini game, every war against every boss. Of course, we actually beat the story part of the game like, you know, months ago. It's just that now that I've beaten like every part of the map, all the mini games, all the side stuff you could do, like with Humpty Dumpty and all that kind of jazz. Finally beat everything, and we wrapped it up nicely with a tight little bow, which is awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed Rock of Ages 3, and I really hope they make a Rock of Ages 4, because I love playing that game every time it comes out. It's super unique, and I love its like Monty Python like humor that it does as well. It's really fun. Anyways, that's going to be it for all the series updates for this month. Now we can move on to the future series. And there isn't really going to be anything new for this segment. It's just me reiterating things that we mentioned last month. And as you guys saw from the series update segment, a lot of stuff just got beaten, which means we can finally start all these things that I'm going to be mentioning during the future series segment. So first up, Minecraft Dungeons Howling Peak DLC and Tab's Legacy Faction. Finally going to be starting that up now that I've finished up a bunch of the ongoing series that we had. I should have extra time to play these games as bonus series here on the channel because I don't have any room on the actual upload schedule to play these, so they're just going to be bonus series, especially because they're going to be relatively short compared to everything else, so they fit perfectly for bonus series. So definitely look out for them on the weekends when I have extra time to play them and upload them and all that kind of jazz. Minecraft Dungeons Howling Peaks DLC and the Tabs Legacy Faction. Really looking forward to returning to those 2 games. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, starting Slime Rancher later on this week because we beat Crash 4, opened up a slot on our upload schedule, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this game is all about with these cute little slime things. I've only ever seen like screenshots and like the trailer and stuff like that, and I still don't really know what it's about. So I'm really curious to see like what is this game and why does everyone want me to play it, right? Even last month when I mentioned playing Slime Rancher, I got a really good response from you guys from it, which is awesome, so I can't wait to start it. And I even did a poll on my channel, you guys might have seen it. where I asked you guys, hey, which of these upcoming series are you guys most excited for here on the channel? And Slime Rancher was actually number 2 most anticipated upcoming series, only behind ARK Genesis Part 2, which makes sense. You know, I've got a lot of people that are interested in my ARK series, and something like Slime Rancher that I've never done actually kind of surprised me that so many people were interested in seeing that. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what this game is all about, and that's only a couple days away right now, so that's going to be really fun once we start that up this week. And that's going to be it for all the channel updates for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you guys did, be sure to let me know by leaving a like down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so YouTube sends you a notification as soon as a new video goes up so you never miss one. Especially if you guys are looking forward to me playing Slime Rancher this week. You guys will definitely not want to miss that. But until then, thank you guys all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys here next month with another channel update to keep you guys in the know with all the happenings here on the channel. So I'll see you guys here next month. Oh, bye there.